Alright, so if you watched my channel before, you'll know that the videos I typically upload are usually like informational videos on certain games that I'm playing, or to like bring certain glitches to like the eyes of other people. But today, January 3rd, 2021, I've decided that for the first time on my channel, I'm going to start a series, and this series is going to be called the Limit Test Series. It'll be within Black Ops Cold War Zombies, where I'm going to take every weapon in the game and I'm going to push it to its limits. I'm going to use it through all of the rounds and just see how reliable of a weapon these weapons actually can be, given their damage and whatever. Like, that's how I'm gonna test it. Now, it's important to note that the zombies' health does cap at 40, and the only other difficulty they get is on 52 when they start crackhead sprinting at you. So yeah, if you have a weapon on round 40 that's doing decent damage, it's putting them down really quickly, then chances are it's gonna stay like that forever. But you have to account for the fact that there will be more zombies and that the megatons will probably be more and they'll be stronger. So I'm just gonna take these guns to 40 based off of their damage. I'll even take them even beyond that to prove that they retain that damage. And if you enjoy that, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos about more weapons in the future. And without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, and Happy New Year. Can't be any worse than last year, right? Let's hope not. Alright, so as you can see, I've spawned in with my Dark Ether Sledgehammer, and I'm just gonna see how long it takes until it doesn't one-shot the zombies anymore. So obviously on round 1, no surprise, it's one-hitting the zombies. The knife would do the same thing, your fist would do the same thing. Round wave 9, it was still one-hitting, but I've only put this in here to show like how much it would take to kill a megaton. I do want to go ahead and say that this limit test is only covering the damage of the weapon. It's not me trying to say that the Sledgehammer, you know, is like the greatest weapon and you should use it all throughout the rounds. It's not going to be the most consistent weapon, like as far as like the zombies swarming you and getting them off you, but it will do its job. But as you can see on round 15, it's no longer one shot. This is your default red Sledgehammer that you spawn into the game with. It stops one hitting the zombies around round 15, even if you hit them in the head. So right up next, I decided to go ahead and tear it up to green, and it's one shot on 16, so it's safe to assume that it would have done the same on 15, but the green hammer will one shot on 16, as you can see here. Throwing this wave 17 clip in here to show you just how much damage you'd be doing to a megaton around this time if you were to have a green hammer. You can count the hits if you want. I would estimate it's around like 13 hits, 13 hits it took me to kill this megaton. And to split the megaton and kill a bomber is the same, but on wave 23, the green Sledgehammer is not one shot in the zombies anymore. It stops even if you hit them in the head, no more, boom. They can eat the hit, but once you turn it blue, now all of a sudden you can one hit them again. So the blue hammer can one shot on 23, safe to assume it would one shot every round before that if you somehow got one. And yeah, see, as you can see, it's still one shot in the zombies. As we make our way into wave 24, you can see that the blue Sledgehammer is no longer one shot in the zombies. It took one round, which is kind of surprising because I thought it would last a little bit longer, but once you turn it purple, easily able to one hit them on 24. So once you get it that tier up, obviously every time it's adding damage to your weapon. Even here on round 27, now it's not hitting them anymore in one hit, well, not killing them in one hit anymore. So the purple Sledgehammer goes from 24 to 27. On 27, it stops one shot in the zombies. So I had to wait till wave 29 to actually get this thing up to legendary, but it's one shot them on wave 29, so it would most definitely have one shot all the rounds before. There's been like a 5-round gap, but once you get to 31, no more. The legendary hammer now does not one shot the zombies, and this is the point where you would need to pack-a-punch it, because at this point it's not actually worth it. But on round 31, pack-a-punch one hammer, one shot in the zombies, back to one hitting them. And at this point you actually have to hit the zombies in the head. If you just hit them normally, they don't die. And on 34, pack-a-punch one legendary hammer, no longer one shot. Now this is the turning point in the video. This is where it actually gets a little bit interesting. So when you get your legendary Pack-a-Punch 2 Sledgehammer, it will one shot forever. And I'm saying this because the zombies' health caps at 40. You can see here on round 51, I'm still one-shotting zombies. I was playing for so long, like, when is this thing gonna stop one-hitting? And I realized their health cap's at 40. So the hammer, as long as you have it legendary, Pack-a-Punch 2, it will one-shot regardless, as long as you hit them in the head. And that's really interesting to me. I went ahead and Pack-a-Punch 3'd it anyway, just to show, like, yeah, it's gonna always one hit basically. The hammer throughout all the rounds, it's not always gonna be a good weapon, remember that, because the zombies will swarm you and killing megatons will be a pain in the ass with a hammer. But yeah, this weapon will always one shot. So there's the damage test for this weapon. It will literally always one hit the zombies as long as you max it out. So in conclusion, what we can take from this test is that the Sledgehammer will always do consistent damage as long as you max it out. Throughout the rounds, it's pretty easy to level up as well when you just pick up the scrap, as long as you don't die. So provided you can get it to that point, if you're one of those people that doesn't really care about getting the high rounds and getting around 100, you're just a casual, you want to whack some zombies over the head with a Sledgehammer, here are the numbers. You can do it. You can play with the Sledgehammer to your heart's content until you die and get overran by the zombies. And yeah, with that, that's going to be the end of today's video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. If they play zombies, let them know. If they like using sledgehammers or melee weapons in zombies, let them know how long they can use it. Send them to this video. It'd be very much appreciated. Like I said, Happy New Year. Hopefully this year is better than last year. And yeah, make sure to stay tuned for my next limit test video. I'm thinking about doing a Mac 10 next. So once I get that gun maxed out, then that video will be out. But yeah, until next time, guys, peace.